Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to talk to you about the books I want to read by the end of the year. We've got about 6 weeks left in the year and there's a stack of books here that I really want to get to before the end of the year. So I'm putting up this video to make myself a little more accountable for what I choose to read rather than just reading whatever fluff I find that I want to read at the moment. So these are ones that I've been meaning to get to like all year long and still haven't. So that's why they are on this list, with the exception of a couple newer releases. So the first up, we're talking about Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. This comes out on November 14th. Believe me, I will be binge reading and inhaling this book as soon as I get it. I've been anxiously awaiting it since I finished Words of Radiance last year, because I've been a little bit behind on all of that, but I am so excited for Oathbringer. Like, I cannot even tell you. With where Words of Radiance leaves off, I'm like, give me Oathbringer now! So I'm so excited to finally have it. So, anyways, 2 days from now, because I'm filming this on the 12th, I will have that book in my hands and I will be inhaling, binge reading it. Anytime I'm not writing for NaNoWriMo, I will be reading Oathbringer, period, end of story. Like, no TV, no anything like that. I have finished Stranger Things 2. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down below. So yes, Oathbringer will be priority on this list. Everything else will be second to Oathbringer. Alright, so moving on to the next book, and that's going to be Phoenix Descending, Curse of the Phoenix by Dorothy Dreyer. So this book is about a phoenix fever that breaks out in this land. Our main character, Tori, she already has one family member that's been lost to the disease, and the rest of her family is endangered of being killed by this disease as well. So she basically goes and tries to figure everything out and save her family, and I'm really excited. This is the first book in a series. I've read other books by Dorothy Dreyer and I've really enjoyed them, and I do enjoy her writing, so I'm really excited for this first book in this new series. Next up is Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, because I have not read this particular work of Austen. So I haven't read many classics this year, so I'm hoping to read at least this one by the end of the year. I think I've only read one other classic this year. I've kind of failed on the classics end. But nonfiction, I'm like killing it. So anyways, I'm hoping to read Mansfield Park before the end of the year. Alright, next up is His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik. This is book 1 in the Temeraire series, which is basically the Napoleonic War with dragons, and that just appeals to my little heart. I think it's going to be awesome, and I really want to get into this first book. I do have the second book purchased as well, so if I'm liking the momentum enough, I'll probably just read both before the end of the year. Next up is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. This is just a cute little contemporary I've been wanting to read all year. I meant to read it this summer, didn't ever get around to it, so I'm hoping to still get it read by the end of the year. Hoping to squeeze it in between some of the big fantasies I'm hoping to read. Next up is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Laini Taylor is one of my favorite authors at the moment. Her writing is so lyrical and so beautiful, and I have not read Strange the Dreamer yet. I read the entire Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy this year, but I haven't read Strange the Dreamer yet, so I am really hoping to read this one like right away and soon, and yes, all of the yes. Next up is Timeless by Gail Carriger. This is book 4 in the Parasol Protectorate series. I read the first 3 books last year, and then I just kept forgetting to pick up books 4 and 5. April, Sarah, and I were buddy reading them, and then she got sick of waiting for me and read the rest of the series, and she loved it, and so I'm really excited to continue on with this series and with our fun, crazy cast of characters, because I just adore each and every one of them. Next up is The Architect of Song by A.G. Howard. I read Roseblood by A.G. Howard earlier this year, which is a Phantom of the Opera inspired story, and I really enjoyed it. And this one looks just as good. I'm just going to read this short little blurb on the back. It says, "A lady imprisoned by deafness, an architect imprisoned by his past, and a ghost imprisoned with the petals of a flower intertwine in a love story that transcends life and death." I mean, how could you not want to read it after that? Especially if you've read anything else by A.G. Howard and you know how, like, atmospheric A.G. writes. So I'm really, really, really excited for this one. Next up is this next omnibus of the Age of Dragons series. This is Time of the Dragons is the bind-up. The 2 books inside are The Indigo King and The Shadow Dragons. I read the first bind-up of this last year. Nobody's really talking about this. These are very fun, witty, satirical fantasy books, and I really enjoy them. They're more light and fluffy than a lot of fantasy. A lot of fantasy is deep and dark, and you must pay close attention. This one's not quite that. So this will be a great one to kind of split up some of my heavier fantasy reads through the end of the year, and I'm really excited to keep going. I've really enjoyed the characters and everything going on with this book. Next up are the last 2 books in the Magic Kingdom of Landover series. I read the first 3 books last year. I would love to finish out the original series by the end of the year, because this one isn't too long. I don't think it would take me very long to finish this up. So I'm really hoping to get to this and read through the last 2 books of the series and kind of see how it originally wraps up. I know there's one more book after this called The Princess of Landover, but I think you can read the whole series without reading that one, so I want to at least get these 2 done. If I feel like I want to read the 3rd one, then I'll probably read it next year, but I would like to at least finish this up. And last but not least is Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. For some reason, I stopped after Rebel Spring with this series, the Fallen Kingdom series, and I don't have a good reason why. I've really been enjoying the series, but I want to keep going. I don't know why I haven't, so it's on my list. I want to get at least this one read by the end of the year. I would love to get up through book 5 read, and then just read book 6 next year, because that's the end of the series, if I remember right. It was just supposed to be a 6-book series, so we'll see. Anyway, so I would love to continue on and read Gathering Darkness. So guys, that's my list right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to buddy read any of these books with me, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll get a little quick read group together and we'll get this stuff read. Especially for Oathbringer, I would love to talk to other people, because I think it's going to take my husband a little while before he reads it, and so I won't have him to talk to about it. So I'd love to have other people to talk to Oathbringer about. So let me know.
A little bit.
No way, dude. So let me know in the comments down below if you're planning on reading Oathbringer and we can get a buddy read together. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.